Alright? I'm trying to be quick because you're probably brainwashed already. Alright. Give me a future to fight against. Give me tenderness and you'll give me form. The trembling of the hand against the frail window of the metro. This gaping hole that makes me right. This gaping hole between us.
Ami felesleges. Az ablakon dobált ki mindent, ami felesleges lett. Tollat, zoknit, cipőt, könyveket, a vacsora maradékát, estére ellette a gyepet és a bokrokat. Egyszer még egy ing is lógott egy faágon, mint kiüresedett emberi test, különös gyümölcs, átfújt rajta és lobogtatta a szél. Feszületet szögelt az ágya fölé, egész nap körbe-körbe járt az egyre üresebb lakásban, mintha kígyózó úton ballagna saját gondolatainak labirintusában, és keresne valamit. Sok éve halott, elfelejtett emberekkel vitatkozott, egy nap a küszöb fölött esett össze, hogy egy magasabb küszöbön lépjen át. A kertben találtuk meg a fogsorát. Anything superfluous. Anything superfluous went out the window. The scraps of his dinner, his shoes, socks, pants. By the evening, books strewn across the lawn and hedge. Once, even a shirt hanging from a branch, as if missing a body. A singular fruit in the wind. He nailed a cross above his bed, went round and round the ever-emptier apartment, treading the path of a winding maze in his head, searching for something already dead, arguing with people long gone. One day, he tripped on the doorstep as over a margin. We found his teeth in the garden.
Blessed be our troops who in states of emergencies retain the power to run our water, food and housing. Blessed be our troops who in states of emergencies retain the power to imprison activists protesting ecocides of totalitarian corporations. Blessed be our officers who are too underpaid to go on patrol and check if anyone complies with the curfew. Blessed be our chief technical officers who turned the world into a wasteland and called it peace. 62 multimillionaires, among them 35 males, possessing the same wealth as the poorest 3.6 billion rest of humanity, find themselves witnessing accidents, psychopaths screaming in violent rage, shackled in hospitals, in police stations, implode inside their bodies, bombs of suppressed, unexpressed anger, stuck-up bombers sentenced to self-detonate by the flow of capital itself, the blood of the innocent on every sidewalk, on every screen of a violent crime, a multimillionaire survives and grins straight into the camera. For every psychopath indirectly produced by the capitalist nanotube, a multi-billionaire somewhere cashes in interest. For every violent crime, a banker is reborn every time. In the loop of this violent footage produced by this banking house, this psycho factory of self-sustained insanity, the eternal majority holder, wrapped in red leather coats, spirals down the staircase and writes ideograms onto windows to evoke the silent forces of finance capital of this house, which apparently lives hooked onto the blood flow of its tenants while reproducing them into mini-performances. Shackled murderers self-detonate verbal obscenities, gagging on bloody tissues of their own severed tongues. From the force of this violence, undirected except unto oneself, each man for himself. On the back seats of police vans, while officers throw minor delinquents into them, multimillionaires make selfies of their own spiritual meta-presence. Whenever a bomb detonates in a supermarket intended for the Pentagon, can't reach further than that. Wherever blood flows through the streets, the spirit of a psychozillionaire stacks selfies for posterity.
Breathing exercise. You are your breathing. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, fill your whole body. the lab of your lungs, as gas exchanges between your blood and the open sky, that in living you are ever reborn, a material renewed without end, or inextricable labyrinth carbon cycle. Breathe out. In. Deep through the nose and feel your flesh weigh you down, the skin stretching as you inflate, blood in your neck pulsing like atoms, molecules transforming like cravings. And when you let go, you float like empty. Close your eyes and look at the sky, feel the birds wheeling. Breathe in, flutter. You're a tree pushing roots down into the world, endless as the body's meshwork of vessels. And breathe out, as a mollusk retracts tentacles. Draw back all the Gordian tissue to the innermost place inside you until you are only a bulb, and finally, a black dandelion seed. Dense, heavy, yet weightless on current of air. Breathe out a zephyr, breathe in. Rebuild a body from your atoms.
No, I wasn't Vietnam. You were. I was there through you, son to his father, kind of. That he experienced callousness before he left, how he rejoiced in his passport, how he was the first to fight off rapes that first night from his comrades. Amidst the piss and shit, someone stands up to rape someone else. The madness of war, nothing fazed me a fuck. I went, saw random stuff, guerrilla attacks, bombs thrown into bars, people explode, others keep on shooting in the ship. I observe among them. Someone comes to my desk and you're fluttering, you're flying next to the fence, close to the mountain, for a homecoming, for me, for some land. And then I understood what these people fought for a patch, for a morsel of land, where they could stay and have peace from others.
Emlék. Bőrödön éreztem a geotermikus vihart, ahogy a napkitörés gigantikus mennyiségű részecskével, plazmaállagú anyaggal szórta tele a Föld mágneses erőterét. Megváltozott az arcod tompa ragyogása, ahogy a magnetoszféra összekuszálódott, és vörösen izzadt a déli félteke fölött az ég. Tekinteted emléke a bőrömbe égetett, geomágneses napfoltvakítás. Memory. I sensed the solar storm on your skin as the flare scattered its mass of plasmatic particles wide across Earth's magnetic field. The pale glow of your face changed as the magnetosphere tangled up and the sky glowed red in the south. Your eyes upburnt into my skin, sunspots on the photosphere.